Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. Beautiful, beautiful day. 70s, sunny, blue skies, white clouds, awesome. So, today's topic is going to be energy swap. So I'll get to what that means in a minute. But it's based on a conversation I had this morning via Messenger with somebody. And of course I got a plane flying overhead as soon as I start. Pilot boy, he's back. He's following me. All right, so listen to the birds, take a couple of nice breaths. Feel your body relax, let your shoulders drop. Consciously let the tension out of your body, because so much we are protective and tense. Let that tension pass just like the plane did. It's fading away in the distance. And the peace in the nature returns. Pretty cool. So, energy swap. What am I talking about here? So I was having a conversation with somebody in my audience, and I guess every time the symptoms flare, he complains a lot to his partner and to the people around, and he feels stuck, he's aggravated, and there's a lot of negative energy as a result of the symptoms. In other cases, anxiety can increase along with the symptoms. Sometimes it's the anxiety that comes first and then the symptoms flare. Sometimes it's the symptoms that create the anxiety. Sometimes it's hard to tell, chicken or the egg, which one came first. It really doesn't matter. So what am I talking about with this energy swap? Well, there's an awful lot of energy going into the symptoms. Can anybody relate? Comment below if you're expending an awful lot of negative energy towards the symptoms, towards your life, towards your judgment about yourself. And now I got somebody screaming 2 doors down. But there's so much negative energy that we're expending towards the symptoms, towards trying to get rid of them, towards complaining and sharing this struggle with other people. And so what would happen if we swapped out all that energy that we're expending and put it towards recovery? Put it towards, hey, I'm noticing my symptoms spiking. Let me try to bring some calm energy. Let me put my energy towards allowing myself to feel whatever emotions are happening, whatever social, stressful situations are happening. What would happen if I allowed myself to experience that so it can pass? What would happen if I put my energy towards relaxing my body and breathing comfortably? What would happen if I put my energy towards reassuring myself calmly that this is just it's just a state that I'm in. It's not forever. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a state that I'm in. And look, whether you've got TMS, perceived danger pain, or not, even people who don't have these experiences that we do, they've got an ebb and flow in their energy. Sometimes they're feeling pretty good, other times they're feeling pretty crappy. It's a human condition. But if you notice that a lot of your energy that you're expending is going towards resisting and fighting these symptoms and hating them and trying to get rid of them, what would happen if you swapped all of that negative energy towards recovery? Giving yourself the positive reinforcement that this is temporary. I can allow this to fade away by teaching my brain that I'm actually safe already. Because in many cases, it's the resistance that keeps it persistent, right? What we resist persists. Fighting the pain and complaining about it doesn't make it go away. It was never an effective strategy, and I don't believe it will become one. If it was, we would already all be out of, are illness or pains, right? So an energy swap, what I mean by that is let's swap out the negative energy towards a calm, reassuring energy. This isn't about positive thinking. This is about what's more effective. This is about what's going to help me move forward. Because I can assure you, complaining about symptoms, talking about symptoms is not an effective strategy. It's just not. So what's the correct amount of speaking about symptoms? Ideally, none. But if that seems out of reach, then speak about them less each day. Less and less and less. Wean yourself off of it. There's no benefit to you or the people around you by complaining about symptoms. Yes, you want to be heard. Yes, you want sometimes the sympathy or the understanding. I get it. And yeah, it may feel okay temporarily to be heard and to have somebody go, wow, that really sounds tough. Really sorry you're going through that. And yeah, that can be validating. But let's talk about neuroplasticity. Whatever we think about and speak about and focus on most often is what the brain wires or keeps wired. So the concept of learned pain or learned symptoms matters here in recovery because it was fear and attention that created the brain to learn it and keep it persistent. So do you think speaking about it and complaining about it is how the brain will let it go? Or would it be better to complain about it less and speak about it less and ideally think about it less? The latter is the answer. So, energy swap. Let's take all of this negative energy, fighting, resisting, hating on these symptoms, hating on ourselves, hating on our lives because of the symptoms, and swap it. We're teaching ourselves that this doesn't have to be my life moving forward. Now, it's not an overnight switch. It's going to take a little bit of time. Right now, your brain is in the familiar state of that negativity, of that fear, of that frustration. And the brain tends to go towards what's familiar. So what would happen if you started to swap the energy? Look, right now your negativity is up here and your positivity is way down here. And perhaps we can start to change the ratio over time to calmly reassure ourselves more. Ideally, learn to become more and more indifferent about the symptoms and the sensations. Indifference is a huge message to the brain that goes, I'm not worried about that crap. Brain, you don't need to be either. I'm not concerned. When the brain feels safe, inevitably, the symptoms can settle down. And you know what? I see it all the time. In my Pain For You weekly coaching group, I see it all the time. People are out doing normal things. They're starting to regain their life, take it back, start to do more, see people, hang out with friends, family members, and they feel great. And what happens? Monday they get back to work. Monday they are in a place of fear where they've had a lot of experience with pain there. And they start to expect it, and therefore it shows up. So it's not that they've got to quit their job and just hang out with friends all the time or family members. It's just that being aware of the fact that work is a place that the work stress, the pressure of not being in pain while at work is higher, therefore perceived danger of, oh no, I'm at work and I have to sit and danger, danger, danger. But look, if you can be out and feel well comfortably while out doing something socially, there's zero reason other than fear and perceived danger for you to have symptoms while you're at work. So, energy swap. If you're in a place where symptoms typically are a little bit more colorful, like work, or like coming home after a nice day out with the family or friends or whatever, and now you are left to your own devices and thoughts, and symptoms tend to flare when things get quiet and you're not nearly as engaged in life. See what you can do to swap the energy from oh no, here it comes again. How come I always hurt at home? How come I always hurt at work? How come I? Into just saying, hey, brain, if I can do all that activity and be pain-free, or at least much better, then there's no reason for me to be more painful sitting at home or sitting at work. The chairs aren't so much different at work than they are out at a restaurant when you're out with friends. It's not the chair. It's the fact that you're engaged in life and you're not thinking about your problems. So see what you can do to swap the energy from the complaining, fearing, frustration, self-judgment to, I'm not worried about this because I know I'm not broken. And if you haven't experienced any relief yet, it doesn't mean you're not going to be able to. It just means you're still kind of deep in the trenches of the fear and perceived danger. And so you're a little bit earlier in your journey than some of the people that I'm explaining can get out and do more fun things and experience some relief. But you can still get better. You're still on the right track. So energy swap. If you notice your energy is being drawn into this negative, dark, black hole of fear, frustration, doom and gloom, catastrophic thinking, see what you can do to swap your energy towards the indifference if possible, but at minimum, calm reassurance. Feel your emotions, relax your body so you can breathe. Don't take your thinking so seriously, especially those dark, catastrophic thoughts and the what if thoughts and, oh no, what if it's really my body thoughts. Move towards calm reassurance, indifference. Shift your attention and your energy towards engaging in life, even if that's just, enjoying a show on TV or watching silly cat videos. That's a better use of your energy than sitting there catastrophically thinking, poor me, why aren't I getting better? Other people are and I'm not, so I must be a special kind of broken. No, you're not. Perhaps it's just that your energy has been so focused on the negative for so long that you actually believe that that's what your life is all about. So energy swap. If you're feeling crappy, emotionally, physically, observe your energy. See what you can do to swap it. Swap it out. Because it doesn't take any more time. It doesn't take any more effort. And it's actually a heck of a lot more enjoyable and encouraging and uplifting than sitting in the darkness. Energy swap. See what you can do. I think that's well worth it. So, love you guys and gals. I may actually sit out here for a few minutes and chill out before going back in. It's that nice out. All right. Love you guys and gals, and I will see you tomorrow.